Hello there, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of January 25th through the 31st. Before I get started, I do want to remind everybody I have group mentoring sessions that do still have slots available. So if you're interested in having some mentoring with me about expanding or exploring your own psychic or intuitive abilities, go ahead and look up my contact information at my website and let me know. We'll get you plugged in. Okay, so Taurus, Monday. Two of Swords showing up for you in reverse. Excuse my fingernail polish. I was too lazy to redo it. Not very patient with fingernail polish. Okay, so Two of Swords in reverse coming up for Monday. That just means you have a decision on Monday that you're working on, Taurus, and that decision is something that you are trying to be as fair as you possibly can with the situation. Problem is, you're not getting as much information as you would like to have to feel like you can really make an informed decision here. And so what's going to end up happening is you are going to have to lean on that gut feeling, that intuition, to help you with this decision. But on Monday, what's coming up with this card is just procrastination on this. Now, some of you, I think, will end up making the decision on Monday. Some of you will procrastinate for a few days on it. But really, you're just trying to be as fair as you possibly can and hoping more information surfaces before you actually have your back against the wall and you have to make some kind of decision. So that's what I see for Monday, Taurus. For Tuesday, Four of Cups in reverse. Not in reverse, right side up, excuse me. Four of Cups. And I want to look because I'm noticing something I never really noticed before. Wow. So I've always noticed that the guy was looking down at the cups on the ground and not looking at the cup being offered to him from Sacred Spirit or from God, from the universe, from Source, however you want to say it. But if you look at this card closely, look what he's doing with his hand that's up higher. He's actually like, he's kind of got his hand like this, like he's sort of saying, I don't want that cup. I don't want that fourth cup. I don't want that gift from Spirit. It's like he's in such a bad place that he's like just not even, it's not that he's not paying attention even, that here's this new wonderful opportunity that is being handed to him. He's just like, he's like a sulky little boy. No, I don't want ice cream. You done pissed me off, mama. Of course, that would be a sulky little boy talking like a grown-up, but you get the picture here. It's like, oh, I don't want anything new. I don't want anything good. Don't you see how miserable I am? Don't you see what's going on here with these other cups? They are not doing what I need them to do. Look at them. I don't want to look at anything good right now. That's what we do sometimes. We get in these really, really, really bad moods. Sacred Spirit is still there. Sacred Spirit still has our back, trying to help us out. And we're just like, nope, I'm focusing on the negative. I don't see anything positive. You can keep that stuff over there. Not allowing the positive. Okay, so this is really, I've always called this my pity party card. This is just even more strongly telling me, yeah, pity party. So Tauruses, I see you guys having a pity party on Tuesday. Now the beautiful thing about general readings like this, there's a couple things that are beautiful. One is that not everything that comes up is going to apply to every single Taurus, so this may not apply to you. But even more beautiful than that, because for the majority of you this will apply, even more beautiful than that is that if you feel this energy coming in, if you feel yourself starting to go into that pity party negative mode, then you've already kind of had a heads up. You saw it in the video. So if you watched it ahead of time. So if you have the heads up, you can kind of be prepared. You can have a plan. Okay, if I start feeling like this, what am I going to do? What am I going to focus on instead? What am I going to focus on that makes me happy when I think about it? You know, what am I going to focus on that's positive and veer my attention away from the negative? So you have free will. You have free will. You don't have to experience these energies at full blast just because I see them here. Because you can take them and turn them around. You're in charge of your life. All right. So let's see. That's Tuesday for Taurus. Wednesday, what we have showing up is we have the Star card. The Star card is so much better. I love this card. This card talks about really being in tune with your inner knowing, being in tune with your inner guidance system. You know, the Star card really, I've seen it actually talk about the North Star in different decks, but that's where it's really referring to, is that North Star. And for anything that any of you who know anything about shipping and seas, you know, back in the old days, we did not have things like satellites for guidance. People actually used the North Star to figure out where they were. And so when you have the Star card coming up, this is saying that, you know, your own inner guidance system is really solid. You're really tuned into it. You know what's up with you. You know where you are on your path. You know if you're going the direction you want to go or not. And it makes decision making really easy when we're in this mode. Now, please notice, I didn't say that it makes life really easy. Life might be easy, might not. But decision making is easier when we're in this mode of being in touch with our intuition, because we do know where we want to go before we kick the bucket. We do know what we want to get accomplished. We know what kind of legacy we want to leave. And so it makes decision making really easy. Do I want to hang out with this person, or is that going to help me with my legacy or not? Do I want to spend my time in this way? Is that going to be helpful or not? So decision making becomes much more easy when we have that inner guidance system really clicking in for us. And that's what I see coming up for you Tauruses on Wednesday. Now Thursday, Six of Swords showing up. This just means that you're making good progress on some type of situation. Typically when the Six of Swords shows up, there's something negative that you had to let go or you had to leave behind. And it may not have been an easy decision. A lot of times, Six of Swords, that's not an easy decision to do that. But you are making good progress. You don't know what the new normal looks like yet. You don't know what is going to be filling in the place that used to be held by this negative thing. But you're making good progress in moving away from it. You're on your way to whatever the next best thing is. So the new better thing. You're on your way. And that's a really encouraging card. It just says basically you're on the right track. You're headed the right direction. Don't worry about that you don't see exactly where you're supposed to go yet. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other in a positive way, and you're going to be fine because you're doing fine. All right, so that's Thursday. Friday, what we have coming up for you, Taurus, is we have the Five of Coins showing up in reverse. Now this is one of those cards that I like better in reverse. There are a lot of cards I like better in reverse. This is one of them. The reason I like this card in reverse is because when it's in reverse, it talks about our budget, and it talks about that there's fresh breathing room in our budget. So now all of a sudden, we have a little bit more to work with in the budget. So maybe you got a pay raise at work. Maybe you took on a second job. Maybe you took on a third, fourth, or fifth job for some people out there. Maybe, those people don't have time to watch me though. Maybe you paid off your phone. Maybe you paid off your car. Maybe you paid off your mortgage. So now there's extra money in the budget that you're not used to having. So there's some breathing space. There's some room in the budget, new room in the budget. This can also be maybe you got a bonus at work. So it can be a one-time thing too. But generally when I see this card, I think of it as something that's going to impact the budget longer term, more like paying off the car or paying off a mortgage or whatever. Okay, so let's move on to Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, I think I need to give to you guys together. I kind of think that this energy kind of works up throughout the weekend for you Tauruses is the impression that I'm getting. So we're going to do that. So Saturday, what you have is the Chariot reversed. Sunday, what you have is the Ten of Cups reversed. And I feel like these are very related. So we're going to talk about them as if they came in together. All right, as if they relate directly to each other, because I feel like for most of you, they do. Okay, so let me just start walking around this here in my mind with my words. So I have this impression that these two work together. 10 of Cups in reverse, which is technically Sunday's card, but I feel like this energy is for all weekend. So 10 of Cups in reverse for the weekend just means that the relationship is not really moving forward. And this can be any relationship. Many times it's a romantic relationship, but it could also be a family thing, a friendship, a business partnership. This is just some type of relationship, okay? So, I feel like I need to sneeze. Excuse me, sorry about that. So we've got a relationship that is having a little bit of trouble over the weekend for you, Taurus. Now with the Chariot in reverse, I actually take as a very encouraging card. And I'm feeling like you have some encouragement whenever it comes to this relationship, even though you are having some struggles with it over the weekend. So the Chariot in reverse is just kind of telling me that what's going on here is temporary. That's what I'm hearing. So Chariot in reverse, because it's encouraging, let's just look at this one card for a second and then we'll put these two together. Chariot in reverse is telling me that there is a goal, a target, something that you want to manifest in your life that is going to take your own self-discipline and self-will, and it's also going to take the cooperation, the support, the encouragement of other people as well. This is not something that you can do by yourself, okay? So other people have to be involved for this. So that makes sense that it's coming up with a relationship type card. So when the Chariot comes up in reverse, that's telling me that whatever that goal is, it is coming in. And it's saying don't be discouraged because that goal is coming in, but not right now. Okay, so technically that Saturday's card, I do feel like these are both active the whole weekend. So I would say whatever this goal is that you have with this particular relationship that you're having a little bit of trouble with on the weekend, or a lot of trouble with on the weekend for some of you, don't give up. That's what this card is based. These cards are saying that you're having some problems with this relationship. It's not feeling very good, but you have goals with this relationship that you've had for a while. I'm hearing for a long time. So you've had goals with this relationship, and these goals do require the two of you to work together. Don't give up. Don't give up. Things are going to come around and change. I'm also hearing, okay, so this is a blow up. I'm also hearing that this blow up needs to happen. So for some of you, it is going to be a blow up, although not all of you. This blow up needs to happen, and the blow up needs to happen for those of you who actually have a blow up in this relationship. The blow up needs to happen so that some things can be put honestly on the table that have not been put on the table before. There are some things that you need to know and that the other person needs to know as you guys make these plans to move forward, as you guys are setting these goals and working towards these manifestations. And so far, not everything has been said. And I don't feel like somebody's been like deliberately trying to keep a secret. It feels to me like there's something going on where maybe the other person in your relationship, Taurus, they don't want exactly the same things that you want. They want something kind of in that neighborhood, but they haven't felt comfortable telling you that because they don't want to disappoint you. For some of you, they haven't felt comfortable because they're afraid that if they say that, then you'll just disappear. And so I think that this just kind of comes out in a blow up because this person's been holding on to this information, and now when it comes out, I don't think they really intended to let it out, but it just kind of comes out involuntarily. So for some of you, that is what's going on. For the rest of you, this may not be any particular blow up as much as it's just friction in the relationship, and we've got the card encouraging you. Just stick with it, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep working on this, and everything will be fine. But going to be a little bit of a rough time. You know what? I need to take out a little bit. It's going to be a rough time over the weekend for most of you Tauruses whenever it comes to whatever this relationship is, whether it's an intimate one or whether it's more of a friendship or a business thing. Okay? So you have some encouragement there. The encouragement is just stick with it. Just keep working with it because things will work out. Don't give up. No throwing your hands up and walking away. No falling down on the floor with your face down. Just keep on working it. Be calm. All right, so that's your week, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone, have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here next time. Peace out.